west side. Every seat by the window, I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too, slide your feet over. Everything by this window, I need this. All these seats. Move over, thank you. Excuse me, thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, color like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, leak the weapon, leak the injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on the G. Good morning. Good morning, gang. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How we looking? Good morning. How are we doing today? I hope everybody's having a great morning, a great start to their day. All right. Let me see who we got in the check-in. I do want to say first things first. Wifey's grandfather passed last night. I want to send condolences to him. 100 years old, guys. 100 years old. All right. So I'm a little late this morning, but I want to start the show off with condolences and prayers for Pops. All right. He lived a long life. Good man. All right. So I'm running a little late behind, guys, because it's just a long night. All right. But we here. Good morning to the people in the chat already. We're going to have a great show. Sassy K's in here. Miss Hummus is in here. Pseudo Q Nerd. All right. Let me see what else is going on. Wilna Greaves is in here. Let me see. I'm bugging out. Tiffany, what's going on? Yeah, guys, you saw the show last night. It was a long night. It was a long night, right? A lot happened, and things is going on. But I'm still here, and we going to be all right? We going to be all right. Guys, listen, I appreciate anybody tapping in today. We're going to have a good show because it's still, as usual, a million things going on. It's crazy because I think I left the show last night dumb late. We had the 2 hours last night. Then I came home, then went back out to get something to eat. Then came back home. It was crazy, right? They didn't. We kind of knew, but we didn't know that he was going to go. But you know what I mean? Things happen, and he'll be okay. All right? He's traveling home, and that's what it is, guys. All right? So let's get it going. Let's, stay normal and keep things up. All right? El Chapo in the building. Jack Daniels, what's good? All right? Purple Haze, Tiff, Joyce Clay, Intrepid Vixen, your music diva. Guys, it's a lot going on. But today's kind of wacky, though, because it's the same news, but it's still changes. Stuff like Lil Durk's trial is still going on. The stuff we already knew was going to happen is happening. They're telling on him. Like, it's crazy. They're telling on him, guys. I don't know, like, what's going on in these days and times. It looks like pretty much everything we used to couldn't do openly, they're doing it. I'm going to keep it a buck. I've never seen this much expected. Can I say snitching? Like, it looks like, guys, it looks like these guys are just chilling. It's like they're good with what's going on these days. All right, Intrepid Vixen, appreciate you for running those jewels. All right, Chapo, appreciate you for running those jewels. All right. All the condolences, thank you very much. Sister Soul number 9. Let me see what else is going on. Quickie Sticky's in here. Me love you, James. Yeah, bro. It's been crazy. It is crazy. Low Key Yagi, 2449. All right. And let me know how we sound too, because I want to get started and I don't want to be fumbling and fixing mics and shit, this, that, and the third. I think we should be good, though. All right, I hope you guys tuned in last night. The What Show came back for the first time in about 2 months. All right, new setup. We didn't have our intro yet, but our intro is not ready. But we had the new setup. We had a great guest last night, John Hope. He's an artist from out here and an activist to a degree. He does a lot of nonprofit stuff, this, that, and the third. He came on last night. We had a real good conversation about Master P, right? Master P with that nut job stuff he's talking about stop harping on slavery, right? This, that, and the third, which grind my gears, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. We talked about Nas and Hit Boy, Dr. Dre with the AI. We had a great conversation. So if you get a chance to go lock in with that, check it out. All right, One-Eyed Layer in the building. Toast God. All right. Guys, I want to get to this because I don't know. I don't know what's going on these days. And I think it's like, it's become, I don't know if they're frowning on this stuff no more. We used to kind of frown on it, guys. I'm going to keep it a buck, right? We used to kind of frown on going straight to court and telling your truth. I don't know, these days, they don't frown on it like we did. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I don't know if it's the Tekashi 6ix9ine effect, because remember when they were saying, if he snitch, his career is over, right? We just assumed Tekashi 6ix9ine would not recover. Well, when that didn't happen, and not only did Tekashi 6ix9ine career not end, he got a feature from Nicki Minaj. Tekashi came out of prison and got a feature from one of the hottest females in the game, right? His career was bigger than it was when he went in. So I think that may have signaled something, guys. I think that may have signaled something, that shit done changed, right? In the immortal words of Biggie, shit done changed. Okay? I want to get to this because it's at a level now where dudes don't even care no more, guys. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't know what they're offering these people. I don't know how like fast they're turning, but they're turning before the case even gets like hot. Like they're turning as soon as they sit down. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know what's going on, but you would think he paid you, right? You rode with him. You was happy to be involved. And now you telling on the man. It is what it is. And guys, I don't know everything about this guy's case. Salute Richie in the building. Richie can help me out. I don't know everything about this guy's team, right? But isn't OTF the name of the label and quote unquote gang? I don't know. Help me out in the chat. Help me out in the chat, guys. I don't listen to a lot of Lil Durk. I don't know. I think I'm kind of going down the right path when I say OTF is the name of the crew. Am I bugging out? Somebody help me out. Couch Potatoes, help me out. Homeboy name is OTF Jam. Okay? Which means you got the crew name in your like I said, I'm trying to figure this out. But if you're OTF, that means you're the crew. That's the crew. That's the crew name stamped. If you get on the stand and implicate Lil Durk in this murder for hire case, okay, low key, that's the whole crew. Toast God said, yep, only the family. Ironic, guys. I'm gonna keep it up. Buck. All right. Did you participate in the shooting on August 9th? Yes. Guys, let's get to that. Let's get to that, man. Let's start this off, man. I am perplexed. Like, even Woody, like, kind of danced around. Come on, guys. Low key. We didn't know what to make of Woody at some point. At one point, Woody low key turned into a folklore. He turned into a hero at some point. At first, they was like, he ratting. Then it was like, wait, what is he doing? At one point, we didn't know what Woody was doing. And then sooner or later, people figured it like, oh, he figured it out. Oh, snap, he's playing with him. Right? Deadshot said, I don't know about Durk. I just know my coworker all of a sudden started playing his music as soon as the case started. Let's get to this, man. Boss Tweed said, only telling feds. Well, hold your horses, because they saying that Durk might be saying a few things too. Right? And we ain't gonna act like Nino Brown didn't get up there and show everybody, if you the boss, you can sit up there and say certain things just to save yourself. Nino Brown back in the 80s on a movie called New Jack City, right? Nino Brown kind of made it look cool till they shot him when he came out that courthouse. Let's be honest. But Nino Brown made it look cool if you the boss to throw all the underlings under the bus. Let's be honest. He did do that. But that's a movie in a fictional character. But I do know some people in real life that took that to heart and did it. But let me read this article. While testifying against Lil Durk, OTF Jam admitted to violent crimes, detailed gang affiliations, and named others he says participated. Guys, his deal must be sweet. This dude must be going to Aruba or something. He not only told on one, he was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gang, I don't know, man. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. One of the government's cooperating witnesses has now placed Lil Durk inside the alleged murder for hire plot. Prosecutors have spent days describing to jurors. Casey OTF Jam Hester took to the stand on Wednesday and admitted his own involvement in the August 2022 attack that killed Survey's Lil Pop Robinson before identifying Durk as a participant in the crime, according to reporters covering the federal trial from inside the Los Angeles courtroom. Guys, this deal must be sweet. This deal is sweet, gang. He said, and I get breakfast every day, every morning, right? Let me get this straight. Bed and breakfast, bottle of water. Okay, I'm listening. He's like, go on. Hash browns and bacon every day, B. Every day. All right, so it was me, Durk. Homeboy deal is sweet. Let me continue. Hester also named Durk co-defendants DeAndre Dede Wilson and David Brown Eyes Lindsay. While testifying about the shooting, journalist Michael Blackshire reported, the admission carries particular weight because Hester was not describing the case as an outside observer. He has pled guilty in connection with the alleged plot and is cooperating with federal prosecutors, putting a former OTF associate in the witness chair against Durk as the government attempts to prove the rapper ordered retaliation against Rondo. All right. The courtroom dynamic has quickly fueled online reactions, where Hester's decision to cooperate is being viewed through the lens of his history with OTF. Prosecutors described him during opening statements as someone allegedly deployed as a hitman, aka a shooter. The shooter supposed to be the last one taking the stand, guys. I'm gonna be a buck with you. The shooter, the last line of defense, not supposed to say nothing. While Durk's attorneys have been working to convince jurors that Hester and the government's other cooperating witnesses have strong incentives to shift responsibility away from themselves, right? Good deals. Durk has pled not guilty and denies ordering or financing the shooting, guys. All right. Q-Bar said he started volunteering information like Young Thug. Hit me anytime. Yeah, listen, you got my number? Y'all got my number? Make sure she got it. The lady writing down stuff too. Do she got my number? Blackball in the building. Sheesh. Chapo said he smoked FBG cash for Durk too. Yikes. And by you knowing that is absolutely insane. Right? By that being common knowledge on the interwebs is wild. Motion Man said, never trust a nigga named Casey. that might already be in stone. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Shout out to all my Caseys. I'm just jokes, gang. It's jokes. Right? Andy Pandy Pie in the building. Shooter is the best witness. They say who hired him. Right. They supposed to be the most solid though. Like when you talk to the shooter, you talk to him last with nobody around. You tell him stuff nobody supposed to know. Because he's supposed to be the solid one. His defense began attacking Hester's credibility before he reached the stand. During cross-examination of LAPD Detective Warner Carias, attorney Brian Steele questioned how many investigators handled interviews with Hester and other cooperators. Carias testified that Hester had been interviewed approximately 30 times, but only 3 of those sessions were recorded. Steele used that discrepancy to challenge how much of Hester's evolving account jurors will be able to evaluate for themselves rather than through investigators' recollection and notes. Guys, listen. That's serious. Let's stop for a second. Now, I'm not his attorney, right? But we got to be honest. Listen, let me just say this. If the detectives are interviewing you 30 times, but they're only recording you 3, one could insinuate they're coaching you. Just gonna keep it a buck, right? I'm not saying he did or he didn't, but if they're going to interview you that many times, you can be being told what to say or what to remember. Now, in this case, probably not. But at the end of the day, that is what Brian Steele, the defense attorney, is insinuating. Guys, we got to always keep in mind the cops don't always play fair either, okay? Either. Right? Toast God said if Brian Steele win this, he goated for all times. They plucking holes in it, right? They plucking holes. Look at that tweet. Prosecutors also read the lyrics to the 2013 song Time with the lyrics, free my nigga Jam, get him out of the jam, right? The song Back Again is played in court and prosecutors honed in on the lyrics, Jam, get out that jam. I gave him 50, ain't got to ask again. He was catching murders way back then. Golly. That's when the Max was in. OTF Jam. I heard them playing the song in prison and saying my name. Prosecutors. Did you talk to Mr. Banks after you got out of prison? OTF Jam. Yeah, I told Durk I just got out of prison and I don't have no clothes. He told me, yes, you do. You got us. He said, yes, you do. You got us. Prosecutors. Did Lil Durk keep up with you while you were in prison? OTF Jam. I'm not going to lie. When Lil Durk, changed his number, he made sure my mom got it. Right? A lot going on, guys. A lot going on. So we're going to see. Let me continue. Michael Blackshy is on the case, guys. He's making sure that we will see. We will see, right? Let me finish this last bit. Jurors have also seen evidence suggesting that Durk and those around him anticipated Hester might cooperate. A group text from 2023, golly, it's a while back, presented during the trial appeared to show Durk discussing the possibility that Jam would talk to investigators. According to Rolling Stone, one message read, quote, Jam just ready to snitch, followed by another suggesting the group should remain unified regardless of what he said. The exchange predates Durk's October 2024 arrest and gives prosecutors another piece of evidence to place alongside Hester at testimony. Guys, just heads up. No matter what year it is, don't tweet about it. Motion Man said, Jam, put them in that jam. Damn. Richie said, I can't see how these dudes take the stand so easily. I break out in high, just passing by the courthouse. You and me both. It's a wild thought concept. Got to be a whole lot going on, right? A whole lot. Intrepid Vixen said, now the lyrics are admissible. Okay? Miss Hummer said, here we go again, using them lyrics. That's crazy. Maul said, Durk about to get Bubba Dub 40 years. Bubba Dub voice. All right, let me see what else going on. Chabo said, if Durk beat this, he has 2 more indictments to fight. The first one for FBG Cash and the second one for Stephon Mack. Sheesh. And probably got texts and lyrics and everything in all of them. All of them. Right? Andy Pandy said, Diddy is a menace to society. He gets 0 snitch protection, period. You can't terrorize your own community and then act like people are rats. LOL. Hey, she cooking. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. All right. Bing said, which is a very dangerous precedent. I believe she's speaking on the hitting the stand for that bed and breakfast. Dude's getting a bed and breakfast in Germany somewhere. Let me continue. The government alleges Durk used his money and position within OTF to finance an effort to kill Quando Rondo after the 2020 death of King Von. You guys kept going in his comments telling him slide for Von. Survived the August 19th, 2022 shooting near the Beverly Center, but Robinson, his cousin, was killed. Prosecutors say Hester was among the men who traveled to California as part of the operation. Guys, it was pretty sloppy. I'm just going to be honest. Q Bar said the paper trail is 100 miles long. All right? It's crazy, right? Durk's attorneys have instead argued that Kayvon OTF Vonnie Grant organized the attack and that there is no evidence Durk promised or paid anyone to carry out a killing. Guys, that sounds kind of similar to what OTF is doing. OTF Jam. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. You ain't supposed to say, I didn't think you're supposed to say nothing. What's going on? Durk doing Nino Brown. If I go down, all you go down, especially that light-skinned motherfucker. Nino Brown said, especially that pretty motherfucker. Shay said Charles need reading glasses. I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. It's early in the morning, guys. I got reading glasses. Durk putting it all on Vonnie. It's insane, guys. It's insane. Hester is one of 3 cooperating witnesses with ties to the alleged plot who prosecutors have told jurors they intend to use. Grant and Keith Flocka Jones have also pled guilty and are expected to testify, with Hester now directly implicating Durk from the witness stand. His credibility and the terms surrounding his cooperation are poised to become a regular battleground as the defense gets his opportunity to challenge his account. Guys, listen. It sounds like all of them are telling and they all want to see how much they can get off of each one's sentence if they can bury someone else. Right? Richie said, I don't see what's so hard about pleading the fifth. You know what it might be? That this thing is so rock solid for the prosecution. It's so sloppy, right? That it's so much evidence against it. I think to fight it, you're kind of crazy. I'm just gonna be honest. I think the lawyers are telling these guys, listen, you're not winning this. You're not winning this. And they know it. Right? Whole lot going on. Looked like $50,000 was exchanged. Right? It's a lot going on. So end of the day, it's a lot. I'm not reading too much more of this because it's so much, right? India Royale was in the courtroom. It's a lot. Right? Feds revealed Slime Life Shorty tried to give Quando Rondo's location. It's a lot. It's a lot. And basically all you need to know is these guys are doing the Spider-Man meme. They're pointing at each other. And Durk is getting in front of it. He's pointing back, which is what I'm assuming his defense is telling him. And Ms. Thomas is right. Doesn't mean they have to snitch. They probably would be better off being united. They wouldn't have so much on these guys. Wouldn't have so much on them. Right? Andy Pandy Pie said Vonnie killed a 17-year-old black girl. She was an assassin too, but I digress. So there's a lot going on with this case. I'm not going to read much more because I'll be here all day. I'll be Trap Lil Ross for an hour sitting here with this nonsense. So I'm going to keep it pushing. I want to read this next story and see what you guys think about this. I don't know how much of you guys play video games, but I know quite a few of you are excited, and I think I'm going to play it too. But the names associated with this game are starting to come out. The artists that are going to be on GTA 6. Remember how they said it was never coming out? Well, guys, GTA 6 is coming out, right? And I don't know if you guys know, but they're going to have Kodak Black and Sexy Red featured on that game. All right? Just so you guys know, when you line up to download or you hit that, what's that thing called? A GameStop, right? To get your GTA 6 copy, just know they're going to lock in with Kodak and Sexy Red. You're going to be running around doing missions, listening to Kodak, Sexy Red, and Miami Bass. Okay? So let's get to that. That's a pretty big deal. I saw the trailer. It looks good. I'm going to keep it a buck. It looks good. Game looks like it's going to be amazing. They have gotten leaks. It is a lot going on with it. But it looks pretty interesting. All right? Let me see something. They're doing an extended look on Netflix today. If you're interested in the actual game. Okay? Q-Bar said, ill, yuck, gross. Charles said, no one goes to GameStop anymore. Low-key. Low-key, they still go. GameStop stock is very low, and it's doing low-key bad, but they still go. Well, you need a new control, right? Or you want a new PS5, you run in there real quick. All right? Intrepid Vixen said, I can't stand Sexy Red's voice. Good thing I do not play this game. Let's read this article. Kodak Black and Sexy Red are confirmed for GTA 6. Rockstar Games recently did an interview with Dazed about GTA 6, which led to a revelation that Kodak Black and Sexy Red will appear in the game. All right? So that's part of what's going on, and let's find out how. GTA is set to drop on November 19th, and with leaks running rampant on social media, Rockstar Games has decided to intervene. Earlier this morning, they put out a statement about how the leaks are heartbreaking. However, they expressed their excitement for tomorrow's Netflix extended look showcase. Right? Like I said, what I saw looks interesting. And I know some of you are already on it. All right? Deadshot said the GameStop near his house is gone now. Right? They outlast Blockbuster. Let's say that. They outlast Blockbuster by a long shot. Yeah, they don't go there, but they still got a few. They got one near me. Right? I went there and bought a what's that? Fallout hat. A hat from Fallout in there. All right. So that is a screenshot of the extended look. Yeah, people been waiting for this game. It's a big deal. Very big deal. All right. Additionally, Rockstar Games made its way to the cover of Dazed magazine. GTA 6 protagonists Lucia and Jason can be seen on the magazine's front cover posing as if it was a real photo shoot. This was paired with an interview with Rockstar Game, in which Rockstar Games offered some major details about the game. For instance, the weight and muscle mechanics from San Andreas are making a return. Moreover, NPCs, right, non-playable characters throughout Vice City are expected to be more responsive to your actions. It took long enough to make the game, should be, right? It better be. Richie said, I can't stand Sexy Red as an artist, right? But funny thing is, she's actually a really sweet and normal person when she's being herself and not portraying the image we all see. She's smart. She was a hairdresser. She worked for herself, right? So she was not like this is part of the image and this, that, and the third. I get it. I get it, Rich. She's not just like tapped in the head. Let me continue. If you are aware, Vice City is a fictionalized version of Miami. As we reported, there is expected to be a radio station called Dirty South Classics, which will pay homage to Southern rap of the 90s and early 2000s. Meanwhile, a contemporary rap station is expected as well. Rockstar offered some insight into the soundtrack, revealing that songs from Kodak Black and Sexy Red will be in the game. So, if you ever played the game like I have, right? I haven't played it in a while, but they have different radio stations you can ride around to after you steal your car and go find you some prostitutes. You can play the radio stations that are aligned with the game. All right. So that's the story. If you guys are interested in that, run out to your local GameStop and grab you a copy. Guys, listen. Podcasters are fighting. Guys, we're in an era where everybody's beefing. This one caught me off guard. I'm going to keep it a buck. This one caught me off guard, right? And Walter said people playing the game are not going to be focusing on Kodak Black and Sexy Red. No. Nope, they're not. Nobody's going to care about that. Song going to come and go. The song's going to come and go. This podcaster beef caught me off guard, gang. How we looking, man? How we looking, chat? C and I in the building. Let me check the let me check what's going on with the I didn't get to run the Jules. I saw a couple Jules. Appreciate you guys. I think it went up too far. I can't even see him no more. Intrepid Vixen, I appreciate you for running those Jules. I believe Pseudo Q Nerd ran the Jules, Couch Potatoes, running the Jules. All right. Thank you very much for supporting that channel. This channel by running those Jules. Run the Jules. Appreciate you guys. All right, locking in. Right? Yes, Toast God. I'm talking about Vlad and Nore. Vlad and Nore are beefing. Podcaster beef. I did not expect this, guys. I didn't know this was a thing. But Vlad and Nore are going at it. Nore accused Vlad of exploiting black drama while explaining why he ultimately refused to appear on Vlad TV. Nore is firing back at DJ Vlad after being called a snake. Guys, I'm going to learn in real time why Vlad and Nore are beefing. TJ in the building. Me and TJ was up late last night with the show. And now we back at it. We back at it awake, doing what we do. I'm sure TJ just finished working out. I told him on more than one occasion, I can't do it. I can't do it. Not right now. Right? Toast God said, I just heard Nore rant this morning. So what's going on with DJ Vlad and Nore, right? Which you don't get Nore out of pocket like that too much. He don't do a lot of going off. All right? But let's read this story. What began as a disagreement over an interview has turned into Nore questioning DJ Vlad's entire relationship with hip-hop. The Drink Champs host fired back after Vlad publicly called him selfish and a snake, arguing that one that he simply changed his mind about appearing on Vlad TV and owed no one an interview. I don't like when Vlad does that. Let me say that. I don't like when Vlad discloses people who didn't do the interview. Now, I don't know to what degree Nore promised him anything, but Vlad wields that like a sword. He does that all the time. Coming at people who didn't do the interview or didn't work out. When he went at Marlon Wayans, he went at least a dozen people for not so-called keeping their word on these interviews, right? And I think it's sneaky, it's low, it's underhanded, because it gets engagement for him either way to start these pseudo beefs over these interviews, right? I don't like it because it's unnecessary, and it tells other people, oh, I can disclose private stuff for engagement. And all it does is make him, in his mind, it makes him look powerful. Oh, yeah, I got this platform, they're fronting on me, da-da-da-da. But to us, it's like, bro, stop, right? You're doing too much. But let me finish. Quote, this is Nore. I don't front everybody. I fronted on you, Nore said during Drink Champs. He acknowledged that he initially agreed to sit down with Vlad before reconsidering. Guess what? I'm a grown man. I have the right to change my mind, right? As do I. Vlad gave his version of the dispute during DJ Academics Off the Record. And when you're sitting down with Act, you're almost reaching for some nonsense. I'm just going to be honest. When you sit down with Act, you start reaching for nonsense to say and to expose. That's what the platform is usually for. Just trying to knock somebody down. It's weird. Let me continue. He said he appeared on Drink Champs, expecting Nore to later return the favor with a Vlad interview. Vlad ultimately characterized Nore as someone whose word don't mean ish and called him a snake. That's a little bit much, right? Even if you're telling your story, guys, even if you're telling your story, you don't got to call a man a snake and selfish. Vlad likes to exchange these interviews for interviews back. That's his thing, which is fine. We get it. And we saw Cameron sue Cole. We get it. But you don't got to call people snakes and selfish. Okay? You don't got to do that. That's the part. Tell your story. State your case. Okay, we get that. But he ain't got to be a snake because he didn't come to your platform. Right? Y'all not friends like that for him to snake you. Just going to keep it a buck. Let me continue. Vlad gave his version of the dispute during DJ Academics Off the Record. All right, where was I? Okay. Vlad's Drink Champ appearance appeared in March 2024, with Nore introducing him as an influential figure in hip-hop media and praising the reach of its interview platform. Guys, I'm going to keep it a buck with you with this one. When I watch Drink Champs, and this between me and you, when I watch Drink Champs for my own personal sanity, if I do watch it, I skip the intros that Nore does for these people. I skip it. I fast forward the intros when he's hyping them up. I can't sit through them. I'm sorry. I can't sit through them. For my own personal reasons, because I know it's like a lot of just saying too much, doing too much, just gassing these people. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So him using that against them is the reason you shouldn't do these super over-the-top, overly praising intros, because then you got to eat the words when you have a disagreement with him in the future. So Nore called them influential, this, that, and the third. Now he's calling out his validity. That's why those intros are kind of wonky. If he's all that you're saying in the intro, oh, he's this, he's that, then he got to stay that. You can't change it because you're mad at him. Let me continue. Moreover, Nore's response went well beyond whether he broke an informal agreement. He accused Vlad of profiting from conflicts involving black artists and compared his interview style to that of Jerry Springer. Quote, "You benefit off black trauma. You are Jerry Springer now." Nore argues that refusing the interview amounted to giving Vlad a taste of the same treatment he believes the media personality has used throughout his career. Quote, "I played the game that you've been playing for years. Welcome to the mother effing party." Right? Rick Ross became part of that criticism as Nore accused Vlad of trying to have the Miami rapper jailed. Well, that was a long time ago, and didn't they beat him up? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think Rick Ross, I think they allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, beat him up. Okay? Issy2 said, "I skipped Nore's intro, Sway and Joe and Jada. They all do it." Q-Bar said, "I physically can't listen to Nore with the headphones, slobbing all on the mic." CNI said, "I'm good on Nore." All right? So let me continue. The Miami rapper jailed. However, the history between Vlad and Ross is more complicated than that. Vlad sued Ross in federal court after alleging that members of the rapper's entourage assaulted him at the 2008 Ozone Awards in retaliation for Vlad TV's coverage of Ross's past as a correctional officer. A jury found Ross liable in the civil case in 2010 and awarded Vlad $30,000 in damages. Technically, the lawsuit itself is not a criminal case and did not carry the possibility of incarceration. See, facts matters, guys. Facts matters. You can't say, "Oh, you tried to get me jailed," but it's a civil case, and it was for money. It wasn't for to send you to jail, right? And you beat up a quote unquote journalist for reporting a story. Different, guys. Different. Memphis said it's hard to watch Drink Champs because Nore cuts off his guests. Well, he's friends with him. I guess that's why he does it. And I think he's been working on himself. Right? I haven't watched it in a while, but some of those interviews I do be wanting to see, like Eric Sermon and this, that, and third. I haven't watched it in a while, though, I'm going to be honest. Neither side appears interested in repairing the relationship for now. Nore made his position on the abandoned interview particularly simple. Quote, "I don't like you," he told Vlad from the Drink Champ set. Whatever professional understanding that once existed between the two hip-hop media veterans appears to be off the table. I've never, ever heard Nore say that about, I don't think I've ever heard Nore say, "I don't like you." I'm going to keep it a buck. That is a new one. Nore tries to be diplomatic. Him saying that means he really upset. He rarely just says that, "I don't like you." Vlad pissed him off. Vlad pissed him off. This is crazy. Okay? Let me get this picture up here. He called him a rat. Well, no, Nore responds to DJ Vlad. He called him a rat. They are at, this is podcaster beef full on, right? Let me see what else is going on. It says that whatever professional, okay, they are not ever making up. We are never, ever, ever, right? So that's that. Can't really say much more about that. Nore is not feeling Vlad. Let me get to these chats. All right. Bing says, "I don't watch anymore because Nore ADD interferes with my ADHD." Bing said, "Can't watch it. Can't do it. Won't do it." Right? Andy Pandy said, "They usually don't have any female rappers on the wall. Maybe Lauryn Hill, but she sings more. And they bash women who are sexy but love Future, Drake, Lil Wayne, etc." Are we talking about Drink Champs? Hey, Nore do be talking a lot on Drink Champs, Richie said. All right. Chapo said, "Remember when Benzino went on Drink Champs, got drunk, and started crying?" Yep. Sure do. Sure do. They was a little irresponsible for that one, though, even if it is Benzino. Even if it is Zeno, a little irresponsible. Right? A little bit irresponsible. Andy Pandy Pie said, "Rhapsody is album of the year." All right. Walter said, "They can't get mad they made this cornball famous." I think it's a little disingenuous to bring him on and then say he's a cancer to hip hop after you gave him that long intro. You kind of used him. Let's keep it a buck. You kind of used him. Miss Hammond said, our people should know better than to F with this dude. Okay? Being said, it's a very hard watch. Let's see what else in the chat before we move on. Right? A lot of strong feelings about DJ Vlad in the chat. CNI says, shout out to the content creators. It ain't easy, guys. Right? It ain't easy. Black Mall said, unfortunately, Kanye's interview was the only one I could watch on Drink Champs because Ye made them stop blowing that damn horn. All right. Andy Pandy said, Rhapsody album of the year, and Black Mall agrees. Definitely album of the year. She is the best lyricist in the game, regardless of gender. All right, guys, I'm still, I got to finish that album. I will be finishing that album today or tomorrow. All right. I did not finish it. Do not spoil it. I'm joking. I kid, I joke. No spoilers. Right? One-Eyed Leia said, remember when Nore started applauding when Kanye said Big Sean was the worst artist he ever signed? That's because they drunk. They drunk, man. They didn't even have listening at some point. Nore and Vlad both cut their guests off. It's very annoying. And I see Vlad has started having the guests interviewing him, which is super cringe, right? Yeah, Vlad does a lot of suspect things, guys. I'm going to keep it a buck. But a guy that we rarely hear from, right? I always say this guy don't give me nothing to really talk about. But I'm going to talk about this because this is low-key a feel-good story. I don't know if you guys have any problem with Dolly Parton, but I don't. I haven't heard anything. She has no smut on her name, far as I see. All right? And Eminem agrees. Right? Eminem is paying homage to the late Dolly Parton. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. Right? As far as I know, I have not seen any smut on Dolly's name. Eminem agrees, right? He's shouting. He posted a letter that she sent to him, right? He said they never got to meet, but she congratulated him on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I do want to speak on this because I found it interesting that Eminem never met Dolly, but he did want to show her some love when she passed. All right, let's get to this story. But all I've ever heard about Dolly Parton was she was an ally to us. And that's important. That is important, guys. Okay? If we're going to know who our allies are, we need to acknowledge them when they show support. Now, I haven't checked the chat yet. I don't know what you guys are going to say. All right? Caroline said, rest in peace, Dolly. And let me get this up here, the post that Eminem put up in regards to Dolly Parton. But like I said, I've only heard good things about Dolly Parton, okay? Issy2 said, rest in peace. Broken heart emojis, okay? Beautiful Leo said Dolly Parton was a real one. If Beautiful Leo saying that, gang, have no fear. It's legit. It is legit. If Beautiful Leo approves, listen, I will never question it again, right? Shay Shay said she wrote a letter to 3-6 Mafia too. Listen, legit. Dolly was a real one. Journey said Dolly was definitely an ally. Miss Hummus even saying rest in peace, Dolly, so you know it's legit. Okay? Toast God said rest in peace, Dolly. A lot of rest in peace, Dolly's in the chat. Right? Maul said, matter of fact, some hood dudes made a song about Big O, Tig O, Biddies in reference to Dolly. All of my BET Uncut watchers like myself remember the song and video. Rest in peace, Dolly. Shay Shay said Michael from the 5 Heartbeats too. Rest in peace to Michael. And Tim, I can't remember his last name. I'll get to that in a minute, right? Charles Shay gonna get you, right? B Lover said Dolly was just good people. R.I.P. Right? But let me read what Marshall wrote in regards to Dolly Parton. I'm sorry we never got a chance to meet, but getting this note from Dolly really had an impact on me. She definitely didn't have to take the time to do it. Even for a kid who mostly listened to rap music, she was an icon, a superstar in every sense. Rest easy, Dolly, right? And Tim Curry died as well, guys. They died in threes, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Shy, guys. Shy. I did it again. It won't happen again. It might. I'm sorry. Shy in the building. Salute. Salute to Shy. She gonna kill me, guys. Y'all just gonna see me with a hatchet in the head. She gonna say, Shy. Bang. Done. No more show. That's it. All right. Let me see if anything else was about this story. Right. There was ongoing tributes from just about everyone after the Jolene singer passed away, and that was largely a reflection of the respect she commanded across the board. In a post shared to socials, Eminem revealed that Dolly Parton even reached out to him to congratulate him on his induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, despite not being fully in tune with hip hop. Quote, I'm sorry we never got a chance to meet, but getting this note from Dolly really had an impact on me. All right. The message that Dolly sent to him captured the respect and appreciation she had for Eminem. On top of praising his performance and admitting her blind spots when it comes to hip hop, she said that she's aware that he's the very best at rapping. Aside from that, I hope what I have to say will not seem weird or strange. This is Dolly talking to Eminem. Strange to you, but I've always felt some unexplained connection to you, like I know you somehow. I had hoped to meet you at the show, but you know how nuts those things are. Personally, I hate them, and I miss my chance, but maybe someday we'll meet. In the meantime, keep doing what you're doing because you do it so well, and no matter how complex your world may be, just know you are very special and touch people in ways you don't even know. Guys, that's beautiful. I'm going to keep it a buck. Dolly Parton was just a good soul, guys. She was just a good soul. She was born into nothing, raised with nothing, like barefoot, right? Really dirt poor. Poorer than you, right? Poorer than you, guys. And she made something out of nothing, and she dealt with a lot of males, with the male chauvinism and this, that, and the third. She made it anyway. Hard road, and she didn't have to act like she was against us to get there, right? Some of them play that game and they make sure that people know they're against us so they can walk through certain doors. But she didn't play that game and still got through those same exact doors. All right, rest in peace to Dolly. Salute to Eminem for keeping it a buck and showing her love. Because some guys would have just kept that private. All right? Some guys would have just been like, yeah, okay, I can't really. Guys be acting like, they don't want to show no type of, emotion or whatever. But he a real one. Now, this next guy, I'm going to talk about this because I don't know, man. I don't know. We're still getting Aaliyah stories from Dame Dash in 2026. I don't know how to take this one. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because I remember when Aaliyah passed, right? Hit me like a rock. Hit me like a brick because we're sitting there watching 106 in Park and they come through with the breaking news. If I'm not mistaken, that's when I first heard it. Was on 106 in Park. I think they stopped the show. If anybody's my age can remember that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was AJ. It might have been AJ and Free. I believe it was AJ and Free when Aaliyah passed, and I believe they stopped the show, right, and started talking about Aaliyah. Okay, well, Dame Dash says, this is Dame Dash, guys. Grain of salt. Grain of salt, right? Dame Dash says, Aaliyah final text before the flight. He recalls it, right? He says, Aaliyah contacted him about the plane shortly before the crash that killed her and 8 others. One text had stayed with Dame Dash for 25 years. Aaliyah told him she did not like the plane she was about to board in the Bahamas, and his response was immediate. He told her not to get on it. All right? This is Dame Dash. This is Dame Dash, right? Black Mall said, facts, that's exciting. What happened? All right. Ever Never said, you're wrong, Charles. Aaliyah passed on the weekend. I'm almost certain I was watching that episode, right? I'm almost certain that I was watching. Memphis Tiger said, yep, AJ and Free were the hosts at the time I watched that episode. It was a sad day. I'm almost certain. I'm gonna be honest. I remember being in the living room with my kids and they were talking about it. I'm almost certain. I said I was watching it too. So I'm almost certain that maybe they was on for the weekend. Maybe they was on that weekend. Okay? Maybe they was on that weekend, but I'm almost certain that they stopped the show and started talking about that. All right. So let's continue. Dame revisited that exchange while speaking with Us Weekly for a feature marking 25 years since Aaliyah's death. The singer had finished filming Rock the Boat and was preparing to leave the Bahamas on August 25th. When Dash says she contacted him about the aircraft, quote, she texted me saying, I don't like the plane. Dash said he warned her against boarding, but Aaliyah told him she needed to complete the trip connected to the video shoot. Her concern about that particular plane was compounded by what Dash remembers as a broader fear of flying, right? I had fear of flying for years, guys. Years. He told us that Aaliyah was frightened whenever she traveled by air and that she carried a satin pillow for comfort. According to Dash, she had also told him that she intended to finish the video and return home to him. All right? Let me continue. Dash has consistently shared memories of Aaliyah. Dash also recounted versions of the conversation before during a 2016 appearance on The Real. He remembered receiving a message from Aaliyah saying she did not like the plane, and he believed things would have unfolded differently had he been in the Bahamas with her. He maintained that he would not have allowed her to board. All right. Let me see what else is going on in the chat. Memphis said, my girlfriend at the time was a fan of Aaliyah. She called me crying. Aaliyah died on August 25th, approximately 6:45 local time. That was a Saturday, right? I don't know why AJ and Free was on the air at that time. I have no idea. Dame has told that story before. I remember not knowing they were a thing until she passed. My thoughts were she was dating Dame. Why? Right? That's gentle expressions with the chat, right? Ever Never said there was no show on Saturday night. Okay. All right, let me continue. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're all remembering it wrong. She may have passed over the weekend, but AJ and Free definitely had an Aaliyah episode. Okay, I do remember that episode. All right. Beautiful Leo said, why would he do this? He's low-key blaming her for getting on the plane. All right. Richie said, I believe they did stop the show. Okay, that's what Richie said. Me Love You James said she passed on a weekend. All right. CNI is throwing up the dove. And Rainy Feather said, I heard that Aaliyah was carried onto the plane. Must have been BS. All right. Last but not least, the last story we're going to get to. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Let me get to the super chat. Damon in the building. Salute. Said Dolly and Tim died the same day as Aaliyah. They're also on the list of celebrities that died on the 25th. All right. So yes, we all recognize Aaliyah. My daughter's birthday on the 25th. And my brother-in-law passed on the 25th. There's a lot going on. A lot going on the 25th. All right. But let me get to the last story of the day. Last story of the day. Yakovic in the building. right? Andy Pandy Pie said, I think Dame is hinting at Jay-Z conspiracies. Yes. As always, it all leads back to Jay-Z. Shy said, MJ. I'm not sure, but maybe MJ died on the 25th too. Last story, guys. Before we get out of here, this one's a little crazy to me because we're seeing everybody snitching. And what Suge Knight is actually doing, if he's saying this, snitching. Are you telling me if this snitching, guys? We're gonna talk about Suge Knight, the mighty Suge Knight. Don't walk on that red carpet. Don't walk on that logo. We're talking about that guy, right? Oh wait, we got some. Let me read what Done Deal said. CNI said crazy part is Free was invited to be on that video. Done Deal said they started that episode on a somber note. She had been on. Okay, she had just been on 4 days before she passed. All right. The Journey said R.I.P. Aaliyah, fellow Capricorn. Okay. CNI said it's snitching. Let's talk about this Suge Knight situation. And we're going to get out of here. Suge Knight, guys. He's saying that Keefe D offered him a bribe. You guys tell me if this is snitching. Suge Knight said Keefe D offered him money to hit the stand in the Tupac trial. Suge Knight recently spoke to TMZ where he made the claim that Keefe D was trying to buy his testimony at trial. He's been speaking out amid the Dwayne Keefe D Davis murder trial, and he says that he did while Davis did not pull the trigger, he was allegedly in the car with the shooter when Keefe D didn't say that, but I'm saying Suge Knight didn't say that. The article is saying that. But Suge Knight is accusing Keefe D of some heinous stuff, right? During an interview with TMZ, Suge Knight suggested that Keefe D's legal team is going well beyond conventional tactics. He alleged that Davis's legal team offered him $1 million to take the stand and claimed Keefe D wasn't in the Cadillac that allegedly shot Tupac. Guys, hold up. Let me just ask this. To my legal beagles in the legal beagles in the chat. I don't know much. Right? I don't know much. But if Suge Knight is on the witness list and you offer Suge Knight $1 million to say something in regards to the case, that is literally witness tampering. Am I bugging out? B Lover said it's not street-ish, so no, it's not snitching. But B Lover, you got to listen. Listen to that. If Suge Knight is on the witness list, which he is, and you're the defendant, which Keefe D is, if I offer him $1 million for his testimony, that's witness tampering, guys. I don't know if Suge Knight knows that. I don't know if Suge Knight knows that. Okay? Ever never said told y'all about Aaliyah. Right? I don't know if Suge Knight knows that that is witness tampering. Suge Knight just been eager to just say things lately. But he claims they offered him $1 million to take the stand and say Keefe wasn't in the Cadillac. Okay? Knight went on to say that his loyalty on the legendary artist cannot be compromised. Simply put, he's not taking the alleged bribe. So he said you can't bribe him in regards to Pac. He's not hearing it. Nothing you could say. But Suge, Suge, my guy, I know you're saying stuff for clicks and views, but that allegedly could be a whole nother case if his lawyer's not allowed to reach out and bribe you. Now you're putting their bar in right. You're putting the lawyers their bar. They can be disbarred for that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think lawyers can pass messages about bribes. Suge, right? Richie said Baby Lane testified on Suge's behalf because Suge paid him like $15K to say Suge never kicked him in that fight at the MGM, which violated Suge's parole. Suge making up stuff. Keefe D ain't got no $1 million, guys. Let's keep it a buck. Suge making up stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe Keefe D bribed him. Where you gonna get the $1 million from? Did he? Where you gonna get the $1 million from? CNI said it's a bribe. Nobody needed to know that. B Lover said Big Suge lying. All right, Suge. They won't even call Suge in to ask him about that. They won't even try to make a case because they know it's nonsense. Miss Rock Kitty in the building. Miss Rock Kitty saying good morning. I'm about to say goodbye. Good night, because I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to sign off, go do some other things. Listen, another episode in. We got in here. We made it happen. I know you guys are like, this fool ain't coming in here. 15 minutes late, but guess what? I made it. I was real tired, guys. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. But I made it, did the show, locked in. We had a good time. Head on over to my guys, black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S., okay? Wednesday night, the What Show is back. We tapped in last night. Good show, new setup. The new situation looks better than ever. All right? We still going to keep pushing and working on some new things, making it better. CLBMG.myspreadshop.com. Tap in, lock in. Go get my my merch. It's dope. Diego designed it. I got the merch for the this, that, and the third. I'm just going to be honest, and the What Show merch. More merch coming down the pipeline. Last but not least, 4 Hours Ugly Professor, Addition by Subtraction. Lock into that album. I'm on there. The intro to this show's on there. It's a lot of good music on there. All right? Guys, listen. I'm going to head out. I'm about to head out. All right? Ms. Summers, I appreciate you. Everybody that joined the chat. I got some videos coming up. I did the Flacco takedown video. Tap into that. I got another one coming today. We're about to talk about the game. All right? So keep your notifications on. Guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the verbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share. Tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location. Tell them niggas where we at, cause we out here.